all about being prepared so that you don't ever have to get caught slipping. Keys. Hola mes amours, and welcome to my channel. My name is Binja, also known as the African Cocktail, and I'm so glad you stopped by. Today I'm sharing a video that has been requested by y'all, and I did ask in a couple previous vlogs whether or not you wanted to see what's in my work bag as I start my entrepreneur journey here in Kinshasa. And so I figured, because a couple of you indicated that you were interested, I probably should give you what you want. And so what I'm going to do today is walk you through what is in my work bag. Okay, so I want to start with the bag itself. The bag itself is by a Namibian company called Kova. They make 100% leather goods, and this bag was actually gifted to me by the founder of the company. It's a woman-led, woman-run company in Windhoek, Namibia, and I think it's almost about a year ago when I was in Namibia, and I made so many connections with incredible creatives out there, and this was one of the bags that I got as a takeaway from there. And so I'm super glad to be able to share it with you guys today, because as you know, the continent is so vast and there are tons and tons of people doing incredible work. The craftsmanship on this bag is just chef's kiss. If I wasn't using it as a work bag, it probably could also work as a weekender because it is so big. It has a lot of room, and I like carrying this bag around with me in the city because of the size. It is able to fit my laptop, my iPad, all the glasses that I'll show you in a couple of seconds here. My water bottle, it's able to literally take anything and everything that I throw in it. In terms of how I as an individual pack my work bag, I try to only put in what I need. So I know this bag is a little bit overkill in terms of size, but I love it so much. It is very durable. 100% leather generally is, and that's why I absolutely love this bag. So let's jump right into I think that's what it is. Let's get into the bag. So actually I'm going to start off with my water bottle. I want to say 95% of the time in Kinshasa have a water bottle with me. This is my Hydro Sea water bottle. If you've been following me on this channel for a while, you guys are very familiar with this water bottle. You've seen it before. I work out with it. I take it with me to client meetings. I'm that person who always stays hydrated. In Kinshasa, we average, 85 to 90 degrees. So it's always hot and you always have to stay hydrated. So I generally have a water bottle in my work bag. In addition to that, I think we'll start off with a tech because I'm a techie, and this is the African techie episode, and I figured I'll talk about mostly the tech that I carry in my work bag because that's generally what I have in there. So starting off with my iPhone, I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I got this iPhone, it works fine. I love the camera. It helps me record voice notes for what I need to remember. I take photos on the go, I record on the go. It's literally like my Swiss Army in terms of anything that I need to capture while on the go. So everything from emails, phone calls, text messages, WhatsApps, everything is handled right here. So never leave home without it. Literally never leave home without it. Then, in addition to the iPhone, I obviously will have my iPad, the generation before that came out before the ones with the M1 chip, and so this is the one I use. It works perfectly fine. I have the magic keyboard so that when I'm on the go and I'm working, I just have a keyboard handy with me and I can just get to working. And I love this iPad. I have the 12, I think it's the 12.9 inch, and I know for some that feels a little bit big, but honestly it's the perfect size. When I need to take notes, I have the Apple Pencil as well that sits right here in the case. So the pencil, the keyboard, the iPad itself, all perfectly contained in the magic keyboard stand, which absolutely love. In terms of the size of the iPad itself, I honestly don't find it big because I use this iPad for everything. I work on it, I send my emails off of it, I do Zoom calls on this. I'm learning Procreate. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the app. I use Procreate on this. With regards to Netflix, I watch Netflix on this. I watch YouTube videos on this. I create my YouTube thumbnails on this. So this is literally close to replacing my laptop. The only thing that I don't do on my iPad is edit videos, and that's because I would rather do that on a larger surface, which is usually my MacBook Air. And generally I'm showing you what's in my work bag when I'm on the go. So on the go, I generally do not travel around with my MacBook because it's just bigger, and this does literally like 98% of what I need or what I can do on my MacBook Air. So why would I bring two things that do the exact same thing? I don't. So I generally will just get my iPad and I'm all set. In addition to the iPad, I have my mask because safety first. I generally will have one or two masks in my bag just in case. You never know what happens. Sometimes you leave the house without a mask. Knowing that I always have one or two in my bag is always a great comfort for me, because in Kinshasa, while I can even tell you while we're with COVID here, but I personally prefer to still drive, still enter establishments wearing a mask, and I'll only take a mask off when I feel comfortable. Let's put it that way. That's the only time I'll take off my mask. I'm also double vaxxed, so I don't really feel as though I cannot be out there without a mask. But just over the year and a half, and with a lot of the pollution in the air here in Kinshasa, the mask is still literally my go-to, so I always have one or two in there. With regards to cords, I always, guys, is there anything worse than having your tech die on you? And especially when you're in client meetings, it's super embarrassing for you to look underprepared. And so personally, I always have my lightning cord, my lightning to USB-C cable. I always have this with me for charging my iPhone, and then I have my USB-C to USB-C cable for charging my iPad. And then of course, if I'm gonna have those, I always bring an external. This is an external that can display how much charging power is left in the external, and it charges both USB-C and USB-A ports, so I can charge up to 5 or 6 devices just off of this one external. So it's one of the best investments I've ever made. So I always keep this charged, and I always keep this in my work bag when I go off to meet with clients. Along with that tech, I always pack my TECHIE dongle. This dongle saves lives, especially when I have to transfer images from an SD card. So I have SD card slot, I have an HDMI slot, I have an earphone jack, I have a USB-C slot, and I also have a USB-A slot, and then I have a USB connector. So this is what I use when I need to get images off of a camera, for example, and off of the camera's SD card, I'll just slide it in here and plug this into the iPad, and then I can transfer all the images from the SD card into my iPad. And so I usually carry the dongle with me, and this is generally helpful with clients who I have taken images, I have taken pictures for, or videos for. If I need to transfer that, if I need to transfer the data, I can definitely do that really quickly with this. And that then brings me to my, this is just Amazon, my WD passport. I think it's like 1 or 2 terabyte hard drive. I never leave home without this, and I do have a backup of this. It's my let me see if I can actually grab it. So when I'm on the road, I generally will rely on my WD, my passport external hard drive, because again, if I'm going to be transferring tons and tons of images and I need to free up space on my SD cards, for example, if I'm vlogging or if I'm taking photos, I want to be able to just like move all of those pictures and all of those videos and free up space so that I don't get held back. And so this baby comes in handy. It's about 1 or 2 terabytes. And I always pack this with me. And I have its backup, which is my Lassie hard drive. This is also 1 or 2 terabytes, so it's my backup's backup. My sister's a photographer, and she always told me that you should never just rely on one external hard drive as your backup. You should always have a backup's backup. So I have my information in both of these hard drives, and they serve me well. Along with that technology comes my Canon G7X Mark III. I generally use this camera for vlogging. It also helps me shoot my B-roll for my vlogs, and I love it. I always have this nifty tripod always packed with it, because it is the tiniest tripod you ever saw, but it is super effective. It just screws in and you're good to go, especially like if I'm gonna be vlogging for a long time and my hand gets tired. It's much easier when I can just like hold on to the tripod in this sense, and then if I want to take like a video of myself, I can just set it down this way and then it just records me as I go. So, okay, we're making progress. Additionally to that, I always have backup batteries, because as a vlogger, probably nothing is worse than your one device. When your vlogging camera dies and you do not have another battery, and you find yourself in an area with like so much content that you can capture and share, and you can't do that because you don't have a backup battery. So I actually have 3 backup batteries that I generally will pack with me. So I'll have between 1 or 2 of them, and then I'll have the 3rd one in the camera itself. So I generally try to be very, very prepared and not leave anything to chance with regards to making sure that I'm always ready to capture content. So then, I know I've shown you lots of tech. I've shown you my iPad, I've shown you my phone, and I've shown you that that's my general way of taking notes when I'm on the road. But sometimes you have more old school clients who aren't used to you talking and typing at the same time because they feel like your attention is divided. So for those clients, I specifically carry a notebook. I call notebooks old school because honestly, like, my handwriting has gone so bad because I rarely write anything down. I'm always typing things out or dictating things out. And so I generally will have a notebook, and I'll also have a Muji pen. I am obsessed with Muji pens. Y'all, I do not know what y'all use, but these Muji pens are all my life. I have them in black. I have the black ink pens and the blue ink pens, and I generally will have one or both in my bags. But yeah, this is for my old school clients who are like, these are the things I need you to understand about what my needs are, and then I jot those down. This notebook was actually a gift from I want to say, oh my god, it's from 2018. I keep it with me because of the cover. In 2018, on International Women's Day, I hosted a panel for Northeastern University, my alma mater, and as a gift for hosting that panel, they gifted me this book. It has my name on it. It has a couple of details about me. It also has illustrated quotes from the panel that I was moderating itself. So it's very near and dear to me, hence I still keep it after all this time, and it has plenty of pages to go. So like I said, this is my backup for my old school clients, but it's such a goodie. So next thing, I have my wallet. We all know what a wallet's for. And then I have my glasses. So right now I'm wearing contacts. I'm not blind as a bat, but don't tell anyone. My vision is not great. So generally when I have contacts on, I'll bring like sunglasses with me, but when I don't have contacts on, I'll always have a pair of glasses with me. These are Gucci reading glasses. I love the case, I love the color, the frame itself is just, oh my god. I'm a fashion girl through and through. I know we're talking tech, but I gotta throw in some of the fashion here, guys. And then these are my Miu Miu sunglasses. Most of my sunglasses are prescription, so like these babies, super great, like round lenses, round frames with gold detail on them, and I just love them. So in my work bag, I will generally have a backup pair of reading glasses, and I'll also have a pair of sunglasses in my bag, just because the rays of the sunshine here in Kinshasa, the UV, I think I shared with you guys a couple of vlogs ago, we're at about a 10 or an 11, which is like you need to have sunscreen, you need to be wearing sunglasses to protect your eyes from the sun rays. So I generally make sure that I have a pair of sunglasses with me at all times. And then I have my L'Occitane en Provence hand lotion. I don't know how people leave home without hand lotion. I just get very paranoid about being ashy. I do not like being ashy at all. This one is one of my faves. It smells like lemon, oh my god. Oh, so good. And it's small enough that you can just throw it in the bag, but I don't need this at all times, but when I do need it, like when I go for a client meeting, I'm not getting caught with my pants down, guys. This is exactly what I bring with me. Okay, so along those lines, I also bring a red lipstick. Now I'm wearing a red lipstick today, I'm wearing a red lipstick today. And I consider lipstick my war paint. When I want to feel like I'm a boss, when I'm like making deals, when I'm pitching to clients, when I just want to give myself an added boost of confidence, I slap on a red lip. And so I'll always have a red lipstick in my bag. So this one is by Rimmel London. It's called Kate. It smells incredible, and I always have a red lipstick. It's never the same ones, but because I generally try to rotate them, but I generally will have a red lip in my bag. And then this other one is a Milani one. I'm not very big on like lip glosses, but the only lip glosses I do own are Milani ones because they just do lipstick well. I thought I had forgotten about all the tech that I had in my bag. I forgot about one more, actually a couple more, but let's stick with me guys. I have this Apple Watch wireless charger. I don't know what my life was before I had a wireless charger with me. I have my portable charger for my iPhone and for my iPad, and what happens when your watch dies? So generally in the past I would just take it off and kind of be sad that I don't have a watch. I'm that type of person that still values having a timepiece on my wrist. And so knowing that the Apple Watch, sometimes if I like start my day super early in the morning, then it would be dead towards the end of the day. But what if I have like a meeting in the evening? So what I ended up doing was purchasing this wireless charger for my Apple Watch, and have never looked back. It's super small, very compact. You can just throw it in the bag, and that's what I love it for. I don't use it frequently because my Apple Watch is actually pretty good with battery life. However, I'm not gonna get caught with my pants down. It's all about being prepared so that you don't ever have to get caught slipping. Keys. Speaking of keys, my actual keys. I did want to just talk about the fact that I'm not gonna, like, I know everybody knows what keys are. That's not what's actually important here. What's actually important is the fact that I do have my AirTags on my keys. I actually have AirTags on a lot of the things I showed you guys, but I did want to call it out on my keys because Lord knows I've been using these keys just in this room or in my office, and sometimes it's the last thing that you need to grab before you go that will make you late, and ain't nobody got time for that, am I right? So what I end up doing is putting my Apple AirTags on everything that I know I might lose and or misplace. So I have it on my keys, and I just thought I'd call that out. And then lastly, oh my god, lastly, I have hand sanitizer. It's nothing special, but I know a lot of people think the Rona is finished, but I still think it's better to be prudent. So I generally will carry hand sanitizer with me. Alright guys, that's it. That's all that's in my work bag. Oh, actually, generally I have like tissues, but I ain't got no more tissues. But anyway, that's all that's in my work bag. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing what I generally keep, and I hope it inspired you to add to your work bags. Please don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe if you made it this far in the video. If you don't mind dropping a thumbs up, I would love to know who made it to the very end. And then if you don't already follow me, I'm at Africancocktail on Instagram, on Twitter, pretty much everywhere, on TikTok. Just look for Africancocktail and you'll see me there. Alright, I will see you guys in the next video.